Hey everybody, Joel here with Grit City Knives. Welcome to the Daily Grind. So today we're going to be making a sheath for this Tacoma boot knife. First thing, we're going to need a couple items. We're going to need some Kydex. We're going to need the template that goes for the knife. And then we're going to need some Kydex rivets. Kydex rivets. So once you get your template made for your sheaths, I try to save them. I found that multiple sheaths work for multiple knives. I already had this one cut out of the black. I just want to show you how I did it on the gray one. I'll heat it up with a heat gun just on the center to get the good fold on this taco style sheath, and I'll place it between my Kydex presses to keep it flat during the cooling process. And now that it's all cooled off and it's folded over nicely and held tight, we'll go ahead and lay the knife out on this sheath and then mark where we want to put our rivets. I kind of eyeball it. If you're going to be attaching a Tek-Lok or a Ulti-Clip, you'll want to measure out your holes. This one's going to be getting a pull-the-dot belt loop, so it's not quite as important. Once you get the holes drilled, we'll go ahead and attach these rivets and use the arbor press to hold everything down tight. Then it'll go on to a rough shaping. And again, I just do this by eye. There's no measurement here, so we just want to make sure things are uniform and clean. Once we have that all rough shaped, we're going to go ahead and take a straight edge or utility knife, and we're going to just take the hard edge and all the extra material off and clean that up and smooth out the ground edge a little bit. This will get cleaned up again in another grinding session after I do the heat mold on it, but I like to go through and make sure everything's clean before we do that. Before we go ahead and put this in the press again one more time, I go ahead and put 2 pieces of tape on the blade just to make sure that we get good clearance and the blade doesn't rub on the Kydex. And once again, we go back to the heat gun. I go ahead and heat up the entire sheath this time, making sure it's all soft and pliable, and then we'll clamp it in the neoprene foam press there to make sure we get a good mold. Once it's all cooled off, we have ourselves a good fitting sheath, and we're on to the next steps, which would be attaching to the belt loop and checking it for fit. And we'll go ahead and clean up the opening one more time and clean out the drain hole and maybe do a little bit more hand sanding. As always, thank you guys for your support, and we'll catch you on the next one.